Welcome back. I'm Jovana Simic. When the subject of Indiana State Athletic comes up, I'm sure I'm not the only person who automatically thinks of Larry Bird. Harvey-Wells County was on the road against Velva and they were looking to get a win. Let's go to the highlights. Welcome back. I'm Jovana Simic. Every WDA team has a pseudo bye week built into this season. Last week was Minot's, disappointment at Kinnick, a hoops team on the rise at Carver, and a number of Hawkeye student athletes competing in several different black and gold sports as well. So we'll kick tonight's show off right away with Daily Iowa TV sports reporter Chelsea Brown ready to go. Chelsea? When Title IX was passed, women's teams were coached almost exclusively by females. Today, that number has steadily declined. This is Jovana Simic standing outside the Hayden Fry football complex where earlier today Iowa head coach Kirk Ferentz met with the media to discuss the recent changes to his coaching staff. Jenkins and the rest of the secondary will go up against a UMary team who's starting a redshirt freshman quarterback, Ben Jolliffe, Saturday. He told me the guys are very excited about that proposition. Welcome back. I'm Jovana Simic. When the subject of Indiana State Athletic comes up, I'm sure I'm not the only person who automatically thinks of Larry Bird, but basketball is not the sport the Bison are worried about this week. And the last time the Bison lost a football game, it was to the Sycamores 2 years ago. It's a streak that has covered the last 30 games, and it's a streak that isn't talked about much in the locker room.
I know it's remarkable. I know it's something that probably isn't going to be seen in college football again, and when the streak ends, it'll be over with, and we'll continue on to the next game, whenever that is. So it's not anything that we discuss with our guys.
One of the things the coaches are discussing this week is Indiana State's 4-2 record and why it's the surprise team in the conference.
Offensively, they're maintaining possession, which is keeping their defense fresh, and they're winning on third down. I've been really impressed. I know everybody remembers, when did we play them last year in November? They weren't a very good football team, but they'd just gotten rid of their running back. They had a quarterback problem because they had so many kids hurt. And I remember Mike talking about that at the media conference in February. They just didn't have a quarterback after they lost a couple of guys.
Mike Parrish is the Sycamores quarterback, the same guy who was under center in the Fargo Dome 2 years ago. Live coverage here on NBC North Dakota Sports begins with the pregame show at 2 Central Time tomorrow afternoon. Now, coming off a heartbreaking 31-29 loss to the University of Mary last weekend, it's been an uplifting week of practice for Minot State football. The focus has been on quicker starts. Minot State has been successful this season when they've hit first. Head coach Tyler Hughes says it's been better football in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams, when the team has played more aggressively from the first snap. And while it was a tough loss to UMary, the Beavers did play well. They caused several turnovers and the offense ran much more smoothly. Minot State will need to keep that up heading into this weekend's game.
We got back Sunday night, had a corrections practice, conditioning session, got right back to work, had a pretty good practice yesterday. I think everyone just understands that there's no use in crying over spilled milk, as they say.
When people first showed up, there was a little bit of heads hanging, but right when practice started, it's kind of like it clicked. We got to move on. Like Bill Belichick said, we're on to Bemidji, so that's what we got to focus on.
Tomorrow, Minot State travels to Bemidji for the Battle of the Beavers. MSU is still searching for their first win this season. Saturday's game kicks off at 2:30. And in about just an hour, the puck drops between Minot State and the University of Colorado in a conference showdown. MSU looking to improve on their 4-2 record. We'll have full highlights of this one coming up on the Night Report at 10. Quinn Fuchs knew he loved hockey from the first moment he laced up his skates.
The more I played it, the more I loved it. Every day I wanted to play it.
It took a lot of hard work and dedication to get to where he is now.
I wasn't very good at first, and then it just kind of started getting a little better, and I started to like it a lot more.
From playing hockey with his dad to being a captain of the team at Minot High, Fuchs' hockey career continued when he got drafted in the 9th round by the Minotauros.
It was kind of lifted off my shoulders. It was kind of nice to finally get drafted and kind of have a place to go.
With the Magicians, Fuchs played 27 games and scored 24 goals. And Coach Marty Murray believes that he will make a great addition to the team.
He's
has an appealing game to him. He's a guy that understands the game very well, and a guy that we think can do good things at our level.
Although Fuchs is a young player, Coach Murray believes that it's his offensive tactics that'll help the team out.
If you look at our team stats the last couple of years, we've really struggled putting the puck in the net, and Quinn has some nice offensive instincts in his game, and we're hoping that translates from the high school level to the junior level.
As for Fuchs, his goal is simple: do everything he can to help the Toros win the Robertson Cup. For NBC North Dakota Sports, I'm Jovana Simic.